Hello everyone, this is Cody Lee of BlackCatBooks.org, author of I the Dragon, Cruel and Beautiful, Rabbit Hole, King Dio, and the upcoming Lauren Frey. Lauren Frey is available for pre-order right now, so go ahead and do that. Please support me, and oh boy, oh boy, I actually went back and finished Danganronpa 2. I had no intention of continuing. I had no interest in finishing the game. I thought it was pure shit. I thought it was underwhelming. I thought it was a massive step down from the original. And if it wasn't for pure fan insistence that I go back and finish this so I can go ahead and play V3, which I am told is significantly better, I probably wouldn't have bothered. I still stand by everything I said in my previous video on the subject. I think Danganronpa 2, in general, overall, is a massive step down from the original. The mysteries aren't as well thought out. The characters aren't as fun. The motivations are all over the place. The setting isn't as interesting. The antagonists have no weight to them, and the conclusion to everything is ridiculous. Now, this game isn't completely without merit. There are like certain aspects that I really enjoy. Nagito, you know, in spite of like having a weird sort of character climax and just some odd character moments, I really did feel that he was a good subversion of the protagonist of the first game. You know, who's all about hope and things like that. Nagito kind of presents himself as being like the antithesis of that, which I think is actually pretty interesting. I thought it was a really cool thing to do. You know, characters like Sonya grew on me. Hajime kind of manages to feel distinct from Mikado, in spite of still being kind of generic. Like, there are aspects to this that I really enjoyed, and it's a big reason why I'm so eager to get into V3, because I think underneath all the problems that 2 had, I still think it's a lot of fun. I still think the formula is fine. They just failed to really evolve it in any meaningful way. Like, in the ending of the original, I was just, you know, there was a lot of convoluted anime nonsense in the original, especially towards the end, but I think overall, when I came away from the original, I just found myself enjoying the entire thing thoroughly, with like no issues at all. But with 2, there are so many things I have a problem with. You don't get to know a lot of the characters. Like, most of the characters just kind of get introduced, have like 1 or 2 weird character moments, and they try subverting your expectations way too many times. Like, the first case, you know, completely baffled me. The solution to that one was just awful. The second case, best girl got axed off. The third case, which one was that? The fourth case was the one, like, I think the third case was fine from what I remember. Yeah, the third case was probably the best case in the game, considering like it actually established an interesting villain in a way that nobody's like. 3 was fine. I don't have a problem with case 3. 4 was just ridiculous with, like, again, just critical plot aspects just come out of nowhere and just aren't interesting and just kind of take you out of the entire experience. And I don't enjoy it. Like, the game is just too convoluted for its own good, especially towards the ending. I don't think I've ever played such a bloated, overwhelming ending when the case with, like, they just throw all this exposition at you. There's no puzzle solving. There's no thought put into it. The game is really just telling you to go fuck yourself with that ending. I streamed the entire thing. You can go find it if you're hardcore enough. And yeah, it was pretty embarrassing. Like, some of the shit they were coming up with in regards to some of these characters, it was laughable. It was ridiculous. And yeah, I do think at the moment it's safe to say that Dangan 2 was a big disappointment. I would compare it to like Ace Attorney 2, how people think that one is the weakest entry in the trilogy, because like it has the same kind of feeling to it, where like it kind of, there are aspects to the gameplay that are improved upon with like cool new gameplay mechanics and features. but like the actual core story, the mechanic, like the actual story, the motivations, like the characters, they don't make any sense. Like they are the writers are more interested in subverting your expectations than actually delivering a good Danganronpa game. And to that, I have to say that this game is probably one I'll never revisit. Probably one I'll never really I'll play through again. I think I will still recommend the original. I really enjoyed that one, but this one was very, very disappointing.